Good day, video bloggers. I wanted to take a moment and introduce you to my Colt National Match Gold Cup. Now, first and foremost, safety is always important. This firearm has been safety checked and cleared. There is no ammunition, so we are safe there. As you can see, this is all classic Colt 1911. Nice rosewood grips with that Colt emblem there. Very high polished blue framing. It's high polish on the side of the frame, high polish on the side of the slide, and that makes that bluing pop right out quite a bit. Good, solid, firm, crisp ridges back here to retract that slide. Does not have the front end serrations, which most of them do nowadays, but that's okay. I don't function check it that way anyhow. Now, with this firearm, and one thing I want to say and emphasize is it is incredibly accurate. The trigger pull on this is only set at about 2 pounds. That is both a curse and a blessing. Because of that trigger pull being so light, you can keep it on target very easily. It's got very little take up, very little creep, and then it pops at right about 2 pounds. Now I know you can't feel that over the video, but it kind of gives you a sensation of what that is doing. Unfortunately, because it is so light, that has created a few ignition problems with this firearm. And I always believe with any firearm, especially a 1911, you want to go out and before you use it for carry or defense, you want to make sure you put 1,000 rounds or so through it, make sure it functions well. And what I discovered in that 1,000 round break-in period is that the trigger would occasionally not ignite the primer because it's too light. And I also found that the barrel bushing, again this is a cleared weapon, at the very end there, was a little too tight and would cause a failure to feed. Now I found this weapon at a local gun shop. It was a safe clean. It was very new looking and pristine, even though it had been 30 years old. So we degreased it, lubed it up, took it out of the range, ran the function check with 1,000 rounds, discovered those issues, and now we'll get those corrected. What I'm going to do with the trigger and sear in here is I'm going to send it off to a company called Cylinder and Slide, have them increase the tooling and increase the shear brake, so it's about 3.5 pounds to 4.5 pounds. That'll still give us that crisp trigger with very little take up, but it will be much more positive or much more reliable on the ignition side of things. That, with the new barrel bushing, should create a very reliable and dependable firearm for many thousands of rounds to come. Now, some of the features on this firearm, as you can see, the target sights, which are nice to, if you line them up, you can get a very clear picture, sight picture. And combined with that short, crisp trigger pull, you can keep that on line for your target shooting. From this angle, you can see that there is tight machining. Everything is put together very well. A little bit of an edge there, but overall, it's a very smooth, well-built piece of 1911. Positive snick on that thumb safety. It's got the old school grip safety, which doesn't have the speed hump or the extended beaver tail up here, but it has been a concern with this firearm. I've noticed that it's very positive as far as the take up there. I've never had an issue with that not compressing while firing. No pinching due to the non-extended beaver grip tail. Slightly beveled magazine well. And there's that high polished bluing on the side. Gives it a nice look. As you can see, there's some holster wear up front there. I've done that over the last couple months while function testing it. And there you have it. The Colt National Match Gold Cup. Very accurate. Reliability does need a little bit of work for that. But once we get that functioning, it should be a nice piece in my arsenal. If you have any questions on this firearm or any questions on any of the other firearms I review, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to respond. Thanks.